All right, we have Macy right here. Macy likes to bark at people. In this video, I'm going to go over how you can do what I call the Doggy Stairmaster. Now, Macy is an under-exercised dog. Most dogs need a lot more exercise than we get them. And so this is a great, easy way to exercise your dog inside if you have the benefit of having stairs. If you're one of my clients in California or somewhere that you don't have stairs in your house, you can find like a apartment complex or something. There you would have like a retractable leash. This is the only time that I would want to use a retractable leash, is to kind of assign, so we have control of the dog because it's a public access area. So she went all the way to the bottom of the stairs. So you want to use a, go ahead and come back to me. So you want to come up with funny command words, especially if you have a dog with reactivity or aggression issues, because dogs can read facial expressions. So I'm going to use the word Mexico is going to be to run down the stairs, and I'm going to say Oregon, which is going to be to run up the stairs. Now, anytime you give a treat, the treat should go in the dog's mouth first, then they hear the command word. Now, this is a little bit more challenging because there we go. Because this is a bent staircase. Straight ahead or better, but this will work as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show her that I have this, and I'm going to throw it down there. Mexico. Then when she comes back up, I get another one, and I say Oregon. Now, she's a German Shepherd. Some dogs have hip dysplasia. So if you're going to do this sort of thing, this is a repetitive exercise. So you'd want to check with your vet to make sure you're fine. I'm a dog head doctor, not a body doctor. So I'm going to show, now I'm going to try to throw it all the way down there. So I'm going to go, Mexico. Now it clipped 3 seconds. You don't really have a 3-second window, so I'm not going to reward this. Now, one other thing to keep in mind, we're giving her treats. These are freeze-dried beef livers, so they're kind of fluffy and very light. But dogs have what's called a distended stomach. They should never exercise with food in their stomach. Giving treats for this is okay, but basically you want to make it at least 90 minutes after exercise before you're going to give your dog some sort of exercise like this. Their stomach can fold over and it can actually become fatal. All right, so I'm going to show her I have another one. Mexico. I'm going to ask for an SIT at the end, just by raising my hand. Oregon. Mexico. Oregon. Your average dog needs about an hour's worth of exercise every day, but they need it spread apart. So ideally, you want to get your dog some exercise about every 2 to 4 hours. But we can't usually take off time and go spend a half an hour taking our dog for a walk. And remember, on a walk, the dog does burn more energy by sniffing than they do from actually walking. But we can probably do this in 5-minute capacities multiple times a day. Come home for lunch, take your dog to the stairs. Do this first before you feed your dog lunch if you're going to feed your dog lunch. 5 minutes on the stairs is equivalent to like a 20 to 40-minute walk. But you get to do it inside here. We're in Nebraska. It's not nice this time of the year. Also, maybe I don't want to walk. So, or let's say that we're going to have somebody come over to our house. We can set our dogs up for success by getting them exercise before people come over. The thing is, though, we need them to be able to recover. So after the exercise, they need 10 minutes to recover before the person comes over, before we get in the car, before the next stimulus happens. Usually they're going to stop panting. All right, are you ready to go one more? Let's show one more for the road. Ready? Mexico. Oregon. Now, if you notice, I'm giving the treat or waiting for the treat to be delivered just by the dog licking it up. Then I'm saying the command word after. Don't say Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. Dogs learn through context. So if you say Mexico when I'm up here and you keep on repeating at me, Mexico means stand at the top of the stairs. But if we throw it at the bottom of the stairs, let's use just the chicken liver, and then I hear the word Mexico, then Mexico means to run down the stairs and Oregon means to run up the stairs. Now, I'm giving a treat for both directions, but eventually you don't have to give it for both directions. If your dog likes to play fetch, you can use a ball. You notice the enthusiasm that she's using when she comes up the stairs, Oregon, is much less than when we first started this. Let's do another one. So the idea is to find out how much exercise your dog needs. What I recommend doing with an empty stomach the first time you do it, and again, make sure your vet is okay with it. You keep on doing this until your dog's like, Oregon. Macy's like, you're crazy. I've been down there 28 times. I'm not going down there anymore. Count each down, up as one repetition. So the first time you do it with an empty stomach, you keep doing it until the dog's like, until the dog's like, I'm not going to go up there anymore. That's a good indication. So she barked as her way of saying, I disagree. I threw the treat down there. She's not really inclined. She'll go get it. So I think she's she's nervous to having people in her house. So she hasn't experienced that a lot. So when it's just you and her, the guardian and her, she's going to feel a lot more relaxed. So, but you can see, you can do this really quickly before you go for a walk. Most people never think about it. Exercising a dog before a walk creates a much better walk. Before your guests come over, before you have a construction guy come over, before kids walk by on their way home from school, whatever the case may be. So exercising your dog can really set it up for success. Dogs need exercise every 2 to 4 hours. This is a great way to do it. Macy, here. Let's see, let everybody take a look at you. Macy, sit. Well, this is my buddy Macy, and these are some tips and tricks on how you can use the stairs, or what I call the Doggy Stairmaster, to get your dog some easy exercise.